How you doing, folks? Just thought I'd show you what I'm feeding. Been over to Mad Dogs, get me some more food as I've run out. I'll just flick it around and show you what I'm feeding now. Okay then, so my choice of food is aqua sauce, all seasons with garlic. As it's getting a little bit colder, I still feed mine if I think they need feeding, and I'm also feeding Takazumi, the small stuff. Obviously Mason's had a couple of small fish off Glean after the show, so I'm still feeding this little, and the Tamasaba, Mason's Tamasaba, so I'll just throw a little bit of that in so the little ones can get some food as well. So I'll throw a bit in and you can see how they're feeding. Okay, so what I tend to do is measuring cup. Normally throw 2 of these in, but I'll throw 1 in. You can already know they're all here, so I'm waiting for it. So what I'll do now is, because them fighting for it, I'll throw another cup full of that in, and then just half a cup of the smaller stuff. So again, measuring cup, spoon, whatever you want to call it. Whether you can see that in there, about half full. That's because obviously some of the bigger fish will eat it as well. And you can see one of the smaller ones down there, the Masons, and obviously the ones we grew on in the tank. They can get to that's some of the smaller, some of that will sink as well, so the smaller fish still get a feed. As you can see, the big ones are eating the small stuff as well. Just get my temperature gauge out and see what the temperature is today. As you all know, I struggle with the cold in this pond. Sorry about the camera work, I'm trying to sort this. Leave that in there a little bit, and you can actually see that. And you can read that, folks, that's saying 19.5. The plan today is just to clean my filter out. No good showing you that because you've seen it time and time again. I'm debating whether to change the colour of the bridge to black. As you know, I've got black and gold railings, well, black railings with the gold spikes on the top. I don't know whether to paint the bridge black. So if anybody wants to add anything in the comments, whether you think it ought to stay brown or change it to black for the change. Also, thanks to Temu, just had a little bit of colour, a couple of quid a piece. A few artificial plants. Some on the outside. Just go on the outside and show you them now. Just about break it up a little bit. So for a couple of quid. Had a bit of advice off there, Black Country Koi Block, about cutting that back, which was a shame because the branches was growing quite long and then there's quite a fair few coming off with the same colour as them leaves at the bottom, even though they look like them dying off now. They looked absolutely brilliant, but Dave said this is the time to cut it, so I took his advice and cut that back. The tank has now been sold. You can actually see now the smaller fish now in this end. They've got some feeding for some reason, they tend to come in this side of the pool. They all seem to be swimming around fine. Which makes a change for me, as you know. I've not got round to doing my shelf. I want to build a shelf for my owl, get my owl up there like I said before, and I've still not finished the roof up the top of there. The wife's been in hospital, 5-hour surgery. On the mend now, back at home, obviously looking after the missus, looking after Mason, the pond, and like an umpty I decided to decorate. So I've been very busy. That fish over there, that was Mason's off Scrag. Doing really nice, not much growth on it, but as you know I suffer with the cold temperature in this pond, so don't expect massive growth on them anyway. Sorry about the camera work. I bought myself one of these Japanese heaters which I've used in me lean-to over the winter last year, and I've seen people run the exhaust fumes into a radiator, a house radiator, and then obviously it comes out the radiator outside the building, and the heat off the exhaust is unbelievable, the heat and getting off it. So I've been trying to find a way. Let me flick you around. I'm trying to think of a way of putting my diesel heater either one side or the other side of that door, blowing the hot air in the shed, and then somehow running the exhaust so there's pipe in the water there, just to try and take the chill out of it. The downside is it can't be lower than the exhaust itself because you get condensation off the exhaust. I thought about copper pipe, but you don't really want to put copper pipe in with the fish. I thought of an house radiator, trying to overhang it so the bottom of the radiator's in the water. So if anybody's got any ideas of how I could run the exhaust out the back of the Japanese diesel heater and just get some sort of pipe work just in the water, just to take the chill out of the water. The only downside of that is obviously I can't control the temperature. It's just for more or less really the colder days. So I'm going to crack on now and clean my filter. Like I said, I'm going to show you that. You've seen it all before. A little bit more footage of the koi up and feeding. Some of the fish have got some decent growth, considering it's cold water. Mason's Tancho there from Rodbaston, mingling and swimming about great. A little tiny one over there is one of them that Mason had off clean for helping him out at his show. Also I met one of the subscribers at Rodbaston a couple of weeks ago. Really nice to meet you. Nice to bump into subscribers when they watch your videos and subscribe and message and go out the way to come and speak to you when they see you. It's really nice. And I've also got a couple of shout outs, which I'll go into my filter house now and show you why. Okay, so as you can see I'm in the filter house. The first shout out is to Scrag68. Advertised this feeder on his channel. Somebody's supposed to have collected, I don't know what happened, but the day turn up or they changed their mind. Dave got me got all the lads one of them, but it's not got the mechanism in for it to run. We did buy a electric plug socket timer, but as you know I'm not the best when it comes to technology and stuff. You're probably wondering Well, I've had another one, but obviously not that's Scrag. How to set that up, so massive thanks to Scrag for that, mate. Nice one. Scrag68, if you ain't watched him, go over to his channel, like and subscribe and follow the man. My other shout out is the fella that used to be on YouTube, Stuart York, and Stuart sent that feeder there. As you know, I had one of them before, but he used to come down and set it up. I actually sold mine. Again, I got the instructions, I couldn't work the instructions out. If you look at my previous videos, that actually emptied 40 quid worth of food into the pond in one go. I ended up throwing it all away. Unfortunately, Stu, Yorkie Koi, closed his pond down, and he sent that to Dave at Newark, the Newark Koi show, which I couldn't attend at the time, and I only received that last week off Dave. Like I say, the week he's been in hospital, trying to look after Mason, taking him to school, his football, his swimming, and then looking after my missus up and down the hospital. Big thanks to my daughter Steph for coming down here regularly to help me. Obviously I've been doing the washing, drying, I ain't done the ironing. So it's been a struggle, but we've been getting there, So yeah, again, a massive shout out and thank you all, and I'll catch you in a bit. Well, as you can see, I've got myself a bit of a problem. So my drainage is my filter house. I've got a pipe from my shed for the rainwater and the wastewater from my snooker room down into the drain out there. Now I noticed this last time, obviously I've got some sort of blockage, and the drain is right behind that shed. As you can see, the storm pipe's just above it from the guttering. So somehow I've got to gain access behind there to find out what's causing that to overflow, and that's going to be fun. But as you can see, it's flooding me out. Okay, so what I tend to do is, now you've seen these filters cleaned time and time again, because I've got a vary pump, I'll run it up to 100% when I'm flushing it out. That's just to fill my filter up quicker. And as you know, my pump is above my water line, and if it backflows, then you've seen in the past that I'll get into a right mess. So I've got it 100% to fill it up so it fills up quicker, and then I drop it back down to 50%, which I found a nice even flow in my water now. My other pump is 100% all the time, because there's no variation on that pump, so it has to run flat out 10,000 litres an hour. But this one being a vary pump, I can change it, drop it down. I've got it down to 50%, and the pool now seems to be running sweet, so I've left it at that. So I'll just drop it down to 50% again when I finish flushing the filter out. And then what I tend to do is, I have to watch, because I've got that, what I call the letterbox there. I'll let the water get as high as I can, and just to stop this from blocking, sorry, wrong way round, turn the power off, and then allow that water to go straight down, straight through the pipework, back into the pond, and flush it. I'm just watching the water level drop there just slightly now. So any crap that's in the pipe or in the retro bottom drain, yeah, it's going to disturb the pond a little bit. So then close that valve and let the filter do what it's got to do. That just stops me having any crap build up in the pump, the pipe and the retro bottom drain. So that's what I've been doing to try and stop the problems in me pump blocking, and then having to get in the pool, as you've seen before, to flush the water back through the pump to get it running again. Okay then, so it is only a short video. Like a lot of people now, covering the ponds and stuff. There's not a lot you can do really, just the same filter cleans. Massive thanks to everybody who watches the videos. I really appreciate all the comments. A lot of comments I had earlier in the year was saying about me over-treating the pool. I have took their advice. Quite a few videos back I did say I'd put Mediclane and also Fish Protect. Started using that, and I just had a little bit of that in the filter after I've flushed it out. I put a little bit of that in either side, so while it's bubbling it'll mix in with the water, and that's what I've been doing. I've not messed with the fish, not as I've had time anyway. Like I said, I've been looking after the missus and Mason. Sorry about the light in here, it's terrible. Again, you okay? I hope you and your family are all good, mate. Thanks for the feeder. Scrag, again, thanks for that feeder. People are probably wondering why I need 2 feeders. You'll have to wait till next season and see why I've got the 2. Thanks for watching, guys, really appreciate it all. Subscribe if you don't mind, and don't forget to polish our thumb. You know you want to, folks. Until next time.